there's nothing better to go back to what you love, and luckily for me it's the second week in a row with something to do with the old GTR2 Power and Glory thing together, combined, to offer another theme. If you watch even casual videos present on this beautiful community named iKeysRacing, you may find not only nice followers, great followers, but a variety of proposals that, especially in the last 2 years, have become something related mainly on GTR2 after fine-tuning the AI with just a simple copy and paste on top of the original game, as well as for the physics thanks to the NAP mode. And honestly, I can't ask more for a tool to bring on your screen as much as possible forgotten stories or whatever. So welcome back on iKeysRacing if you are new, or if you are not new anymore, but still with me, with us. Today, after the last episode, the last episode in November, and my apologies for this, almost more than 8 months after, almost 1 year, I go back to a poll published back then. You voted to actually see driven together a Toyota GT1 that maybe is not really super present on video games, and so this will happen here on iKeysRacing channel, but also there will be a racetrack where never GT1, GT2s, prototypes, hypercars, GTP, whatever, have ever raced in, because the Grand Prix of Cleveland in Ohio was anyway an airport temporarily closed to allow racing, and when it happened with the U.S.A Kart Championship. And after the unification of the open wheel world in US starting from 2008, no more Grand Prix of Cleveland. I think that, especially for prototypes, is a nice venue to try a proper 100 minutes of race, a sprint race, like the theme of this particular combo. So we are in US, where it started the World SportsCar Championship that allowed to have Barchetta's car, open cockpit cars, fighting with fake GT1 prototypes and fighting with GT2 cars that were proper Grand Tourers cars, originally named also GT1 when the B.P.R happened in Europe. The World Endurance Championship came to an halt thanks to the politics of the FIA and Bernie Ecclestone to keep F1 as the main TV product for everybody. So, as I said at the beginning, you voted for a poll present on iKeysRacing YouTube community, choosing the Toyota GT1, and thank you for your votes. Obviously also the other cars will be driven, but I wanted you to be part of this project now, unfortunately later than sooner, sorry. And I had the opportunity also to get the Marlboro themed Le Mans version for this car, this monster, as the chevron in red and white resembles, because it was nice to me. We will anyway drive also the other version sooner or later again, but for today this is our monster. Quite something to harness indeed, coming from a sort of loophole in the set of rules for Le Mans, for the FIA GT Championship. as well as in US, something that was happening after the demise of the Group C era GTP in US. So for a few years, 93, 94, 95, 96, real GT cars raced, Porsche 911, McLaren F1 GTR, Lister Storm, and so on. Then, starting from 97, because thanks to a loophole in the set of rules for the FIA GT Championship starting from 97, and then as well for Le Mans, the loophole said that there was not a mandatory homologation for GT1 cars, like for a Porsche 911 road version, a McLaren F1 GTR, a Lister Storm, a Marcos LM600. I mean, real GT cars, thanks to the B.P.R between 94 and 96, were the dominant type of racing cars to be driven, raced, and to fight for cups, championships, and so on. Then this change of rules allowed Mercedes, Porsche, Toyota, Nissan to actually create a prototype with no limitation about the homologation. Was enough 1 unit or 2 units, not more, and the space for 24 hours business bag in the car to resemble a sort of space for everyday activities and objects. The result was the Toyota GT1. In front was the SARD MC8R, technically speaking, like the Porsche 911 GT1. In front was the Porsche 993 piece of car. The rear was, in the case of Toyota, still the V8 turbocharged 3.7 liters, but the rear end was a race part for this car. Racing bodywork, and again we had prototypes running in Le Mans, in the FIA GT, and so on. And so, as said at the beginning, Toyota GT1, your choice from the pole. We are going to race on the Burke Lake Front airport, and like for Sebring, it's a combination of starting and departures sites of concrete for airplanes and connections roads, so nothing really changed like for a real racetrack. I think I talked too much as always, so it's time to qualify the car and then in 1 hour and 40 minutes see what, with my rust about racing games, what I will be capable to do together with you. Fine, we start to accelerate the time. We come to the garage, we load the previously prepared car setup, and you are going to have a look to what to me was more than enough to afford a private session with everything in place at this point. I'm not the quickest. The AI runs this car in 1 minute 1 second per lap. I am around 1:04, 1:03. The car itself is very understeering, so differently from what you usually see me to do, I'm not hammering the front end, just staying at the 75-80% of the front stiffness, and the rear end as well is around the 20% more or less of stiffness. I've just played with the ride height, so the minimum at the front was 1.5 centimeters, but I started to touch with the front end, so I kept 3 centimeters of difference between the front end and the rear end. That is a bit taller. So I think we can have a look to the timing to understand who is in front and who not. Stop the quick qualification timing. We have Barchettas in front because the Christensen-Dalmat couple with the BMW V12 on top, running 59.80 101. Not bad considering that the record for a IndyCar here is 55 seconds, so very close to an open wheel lighter type of car. Then Michele Alboreto with Audi, another Barchetta, the R8R. Emmanuel Collard with the Cadillac LMP 00. P4, P5 for a Reynard, 2KQ of Johansson Schmidt. And so going down to the P10, technically are all Barchettas. Incredible. Very strong, apart from this, the Nissan R391. So this one becomes... no, I'm sorry. So down to the P10, 11, 12, we just see Barchettas. The GT1, like the Nissan R390, the Mercedes CLK, Porsche 911, GT1, Lotus Elise and so on, are as an average 5 to 6 seconds slower than Barchettas. So, or WSC World SportsCar or LMP. The names in this category has been quite busy in the recent last 30 years. But you have seen the car setup. If you want to copy and paste whatever, feel free to do it. As well, we have seen the timing, 9 minutes to go. Let's go. As you may have seen from the graphic, the car is not polished from a usual, allow me to say, high level of graphic applied, but nonetheless I do want to thank whoever created this monster, maybe coming from Forza Motorsport, I really don't know, maybe Grid, I don't know. The most important thing is that the car is here. We are going to exit the pit lane. Here is difficult also to find the braking point, so you have to help yourself with sponsorship signs, a bit of usage of look left, look right until you are in comfort with. Sequential gear shift, so I've kept the Thrustmaster TH8 as the main tool to actually change gears.
Yellow flag in sector 2. Yellow flag in sector 2.
There's a BMW upside down, just burning a bit of fuel. This. On the next lap we start to push really hard. With the BMW in between will be not easy. Red line here. Okay. There is a sort of misfire if you push too much with the revs. And because of the cockpit, closed cockpit, you have to guess a bit where the road is going.
The race director has given you a warning for cutting the track. Keep between the white lines.
I was a bit too much. Anyway, soft compound will tend to overheat in the front left, so I keep the next lap as the real one. Again. Wide, bit wide.
Sector 1. Yellow flag in Sector 1.
Okay, with a lot of mistakes and missed braking points and missed turning point. A P16 in between, I suppose, many other GT1 cars is not a drama, even if I've been capable to do a 105 during practice, so I know there is a bit of, let me call it, buffer for improvement, space for improvement. Okay, it's not a drama, a P16, because I know I have 2 or 3 seconds in the buffer to make improvements, like in the free practice, and more or less to me was okay to stay together with the GT1 Grand Tourers, but real prototypes category, so it's okay. World SportsCar, Barchettas, LMP at the front, GT1 in the middle, and for the GT2 here I think the engine will be important, so we see a Salina, Corvette and a Penoz and a Sard on the top 3-4 positions, a bit less good for BMWs and normal Porsche 911. The engine will make a difference here. Not run the Courage C51, and in trouble I think the Ferrari 333 SP of Eric Van de Pole, just P18 in between GT1 and GT2 almost. So let's go to qualify 2, we accelerate the time, be sure that everybody will score a lap time possibly, even if the Courage C51 is not running at all. It's a 30 spots field for this track. They are more than enough. We have one representative car and brand for each category, and it's nice because given the current situation that you see on screen, will be quite challenging for each category score points. Remember that in particular this theme is meant to give 20, 15, 12, 10, 8, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1 points to the overall top 10. So I wanted to experiment with different themes and different ways to score points. And from this situation, today we don't have a sort of BOP balance of presence with less car than more. There is one car for each manufacturer basically. And it's okay. It's a few spots racetrack. Will be more than enough to have traffic, competition, crashes and so on. P28, again, the usual bug of GTR2 with the surprise of the rain. This may change a lot. Not the car setup itself, let's say in a major way, because the only thing I would do would be to just 2 notches less at the front and one less at the rear overall. And maybe also anti-roll bars can become like this and this, just a bit softer, but the car itself is the same. I would start with intermediates, and from a strategy point of view, at this point we can maybe divide the race in two stints, 52 and 52, having a bit of margin for maybe changing the strategy, even if with a damp real track. Let's see. Well, I'm almost tempted to start with maybe full wet. Let's see. Let's take the risk. The starting field, at least the BMW is on pole position as originally scored. The Penots, the Lola, the Riley and Scott, the WR Peugeot. Then what? The Nissan R390, the Mercedes CLK, Porsche 911, the first 3 GT1, Ferrari 333 SP. We did drive it at Mid-Ohio, Lotus Elise GT1, McLaren F1 GTR, Saleen, the Corvette, the Penots, the Sard, the Chrysler Viper. We did drive at, don't remember when, Willow Spring maybe, I'm not sure. The Marcos LM600, BMW M3 raced at Elkhart Lake, the Sard. Well, seems to be a real race with real rain. So we will see what will be the tire strategy, if intermediates will be enough or not. The thing is, or there is a missing graphic for the totally wet condition of the racetrack, of the race surface, track surface, because to me sounds that there's a light rain with no patches of water on the surface. But it's time to prepare for the start. After the chicane will be 100 minutes of real-time pure sprint race for SportsCar and prototypes. looks like the intermediate choice is not bad. Must be patient and bring with you to the end this beautiful monster. Be smooth with the changes of texture. Braking action and acceleration. Maybe a bit strong on the Ferrari, but good. Very easily we are up to P7, and Mercedes CLK doesn't look so quick, at least with the current situation. So maybe once in my life I did choose the right type of tires. Now it's a P6. Let's catch Monsieur Dodi. Tires are not overheating, good sign that the choice is the right one. We should get a BMW and a Sard of GT2 class. Lost a bit of time. While we approach the sister Sard MC8R that has our same engine, at the back there is 9-time Le Mans winner Tom Christensen that was so quick to pass me like if I was standing still on track. Now a mistake. So back to P7, because Christensen is running like hell, very fast indeed. I can take the opportunity to maybe grab 2 positions, yes, because of a spin, no.
Yellow flag in sector 1. Yellow flag in sector 1.
Sorry. There was a WR Peugeot. Spun. Now the front left tire is starting to overheat and to be fully abused and consumed. So I don't have the grip I had at the beginning. So back P6. Oh, wide indeed. Yellow card. Let's try to keep our car close to Monsieur Tinso with the Cadillac. Very soon I think I will have to start to change tires, like my contenders, our contenders are doing. Second time in front of us the Dodge Viper. So Dodi, Collard, Jan Lammers and Tinso and Dalma stopped to change tires at least, or maybe to change also the strategy and the type of tires used, because the car was running smoothly, is running smoothly, but I can't force too much the pace.
Tires win. Take it easy.
So maybe one more lap or two, not more. So maybe O'Connell Coma had the right choice. As you can see from the top left corner, it's time to change the front left, but also the front right is not in a healthy condition. So as I said, talking about the setup, this car is very understeering. I've played with the ride height and smoothness of the front end of the car, but the tendency to actually be
yellow flag in sector 2. Yellow flag in sector 2.
Yes, I think one more, but the next one.
Looks like there's a yellow flag in sector 3.
Is the one to change tires and to take in consideration that intermediates do 13-15 laps, not more. Good moment also to change tires given the traffic and discover if everybody is struggling with tires or not. I've not tested offline is this one. Yes. Okay, at this point we can try the soft wet. Let's do the hard, just to be sure to not make stupid things. And let's see what we'll create, because Dodi with the WR Peugeot that was spun yellow colored a few laps ago is in the pit. Now they are arriving. Brandon Miller.
Pairs underway. Hold for go signal.
Pest, Schneider Webber should pass in a couple of seconds. Yes, Lorana Yellow with the BMW.
All clear. Go, go, go.
Okay, 80 kilometers per hour. Can it?
Looks like there's a yellow flag in sector 3.
Okay. P7. Dodi again in the pit lane. Ah, yes, they are coming out. No, sorry, it's here. Sorry. Very unprofessional. Now here you have to find the right spot. This is Eric Coma, the Riley and Scott. Now let's see the behavior of the hard wet. If they are definitely the right choice or not. The benchmark of the WSC cars like the Riley and Scott will be very important. Starts with the Porsche. Okay. All the tires. Because if every 20 minutes you have to change tires, it's a drama. The grip passed by Tinso again with the Cadillac. Yes, if you scrub the tires, they completely eaten by the track surface, so it's not a problem for the rear end, but the front end suffers quite. A lot of over usage. This will keep the battle in front obviously very active, because there isn't a real strategy unfolding with someone having an advantage. Bang. So if you want to be fast, you have to overuse tires. confirming the pit lane.
Tires wheel. Take it easy.
So believe me or not, this will be the right choice. Now we wait. They come teletransported. Nice. So yes, we refill just to have a... Sorry for my parrot.
Underway. Hold for go signal.
You may hear blue, baby blue in the background, and I was saying just to have a full stint, because at this point the track surface is not damped, full of water, whatever. We just carry on.
All clear. Go, go, go.
We just carry on with driving on under a light rain, and it's more than enough. Unfortunately, not supposed to happen pit stop. Don't cut the track. And this could mean, I think, much better performance if the rain stays as it is. If will come more water, it will be a drama. The original strategy of one pit stop has gone, obviously, but at least if I stay on the dry side of the track, I can do something. Yes, the behavior is better. The car tends to slide a bit less. I just see a bit of spray coming from cars at the front, but I have more grip indeed. Marcus is going where? Bad choice on my side. So when you see intermediates and wet compounds wear so quick in GTR2, it's like in real life. It's time to switch for a less wet combination. Touched by the Porsche. Here we are, all cars with intermediate. or without the rear wing like the Ferrari of Eric van der Pole. It will take a while maybe to come back to a better position. Lap times are very similar, but the drag compound is not suffering. That's the Mercedes, sorry. Maybe it was also one of the leaders, sorry. I tell you this, maybe the next pit stop could be also for hard compound. Let's see soft how long they will last. Oops. The only reference helpful for everybody has been removed by the stupidity of an Italian average driver. Come on. Yes, the black Lola or Reina, I don't remember, that I passed with a bit of emphasis, was anyway a leading car, so I didn't do a real professional thing, but the spray seems less coming from cars in the front, at the front. Now the R8R of Michele Alboreto really slow. Half of the usage of the soft compound. Next time we'll try the hard one. It's a race difficult to understand. I'm not a great driver with wet conditions. Also, GTR2 by myself has been played. The great programmers that prepared back then this car for the game, for our Factor, GTR2 and so on, were actually taking in consideration this aspect. Doesn't stay on the road anymore, overheating also.
Okay, slow the car down.
Okay, dur in French. Same amount of fuel if at the end we'll happen to have a full stint with the right amount of fuel will be nice. P14 we are recovering not a lot if you take in consideration that each minute
Repairs underway. Hold for go signal.
for each minute passed we do a lap of the track. Now we are one lap down against Mr. Tinso with the Cadillac. Who we have in front is again Michele Alboreto with the Audi, with the 350, Dalmà with the BMW, Aiello, and so on.
All clear. Go, go, go.
If this type of tires, this compound, will last, we can maybe think to do just one pit stop and that's it. One more, I mean. That's it. I tend to look for the 7th gear that is not present. Viper Dodge had a close encounter with someone being so different top speed. Nonetheless, this Dodge Viper, sponsored by Rent a Car, arrived second overall in the GT1 class in '94 and would have won if it wasn't for the downward Porsche. Oh, what a touch, sorry. There's also a leader, sorry. One lap down the Mercedes. Alboreto with the Audi. And we go wide. Front left grip has arrived to its half. Play indeed tire pressure. Enrico has arrived at the back. Bang again. The keyboard.
Looks like there's a yellow flag in sector 3.
I forgot to use Joy to Key to apply changes using the buttons on the steering wheel. So because the inner pressure is lower than the external one, tires are a bit de-inflated, sub-inflated. So before the next pit stop, I do want to apply more overall. I knew it. I was not really keen to be quicker than this, and I paid the difference in speed. Also with the SAR, Marco. Marco, if you want to kill someone today, you are actually succeeding. have the opportunity to drive this car, you can find her on Overtake website or on eSports. Sorry, I don't remember the right name of the website where I pick up my choices. Despite the light rain, the crashes, the touches, we are back to P11, so I need just another calm stint as this one. Also, Blue the Parrot says so. Okay, P9 passed also Lohana Yellow and someone who was no in the pit. Bad. I was asking too much to my tires. Back to P10. Okay, next lap. I hope to do the last pit stop. With the new tire pressure should be all okay. I do want at least to enter in the top 10. I hope and I think we can do it, because if this track is so demanding on tire consumption, maybe have found the key to at least overcome it. Okay, let's keep Lohana Yellow P9 with the Porsche 911 GT1 as a reference. Perfect. It's okay this way. Temperatures, okay, they are inflating tire pressure more. It's a function that you have with the plugin of Yako. Thank you very much, arigato Yako, for this function. Not only you can control classification and overall consumption, temperatures, etc., but also affect some parameters not usually available to be changed during the race. One of these is the tire pressure. that can become really useful this way. Okay.
All clear. Go, go, go.
Yes, we've been inflated more. Let's see if temperatures will be now more, allow me to say, constant between inner and outer and central side of the tire itself. Second gear to avoid to spin. Oops, again lost the rights. Nissan is not in the lead, while the other Enrico Ma is in grey, so he is retiring. Could be a P11 if I don't screw up the race in a couple of...
Yellow flag in sector 2. Yellow flag in sector 2.
So the load of fuel currently carrying is even too much.
Yellow flag in sector 2. Yellow flag in sector 2.
So at least the last pit stop will take less time because we will just change tires. And what a pity, having been so full of rust and so full of focus on tire consumption and not on fuel on board. It could have been much quicker. Instead, I really not nailed GT1 cars prototypes were heavier than LMP. Oops, sorry. Well, there is Michele Alboreto stopped. Okay, so we are sharing with Team Yost Audi.
Bring the car a little further forward.
It's 19 laps, so we can also download the nice, very nice. Yeah, 25. So we were sharing the pit lane with
Repairs underway. Hold for go signal.
the Team Yost Audi with Michele Alboreto, our direct contender, so maybe he will regain something. Now will be a 20 laps sprint race to the end. I am sorry for not practicing more during offline before recording this video.
All clear. Go, go, go.
Because I would have found sooner or later this issue, and so I would have put on the table a better performance. Anyway, we are P9. You can try to catch someone not so far from us, especially if they will stop sooner or later for the last time. At least in the first 10 scoring points we have arrived at the end. Must be said also thanks to retirements, crashes. Sorry for Mr. Tinso. And as in real life, you may remember Le Mans in the mid-90s, LMP cars, W.S.C. cars, were technically a less exotic type of technology. Engines coming from production, flat floor. They were simple cars. Fake Grand Prix of Cleveland for SportsCar can be anyway credible. To actually have LMP WSC cars keeping the best positions for a better tire management. GT1 cars anyway in between, because or close after, because of the dynamic and the pure performance they can give. Then the GT2 cars, slowest ones. Absolutely out of contention for weight and pure performance disadvantage. Less than 15 minutes to go. Also with the B.P.R. E8. Why someone went into the pits, maybe? So at the top, Mr. O'Connell with the Cadillac that we raced and won at Willow Spring and won with at Willow Spring is dominating so far. Second is Mr. Tinso, if I'm not wrong. Don't remember which is the car Mr. Tinso is driving, sorry. Dodi with the WR Peugeot, the one we have driven and won with, if I'm not wrong, at Portland. Johansson, Schmidt, now P3 with the Reynard, 2KQ, I hope to be right. Tom Christensen, P5 with the BMW. Oh no, sorry, O'Connell is with the Penalts, the one we had in front. So at least I'm having the opportunity.
The yellow flag in sector 1. Yellow flag in sector 1.
Red line, but I was thinking to crash into him. Best. Not enough. I put in first gear Like almost spun. So unlapped by O'Connor, should be 1 lap down now. 4 seconds to catch Eric Comas, I suppose, with the Nissan R391, the open cockpit one. There's a crash here.
Yellow flag in sector 1. Yellow flag in sector 1.
Last 7 to 8 laps of passion because front end is gone. So unless someone goes to the pit, I can only catch P7. Also trying to be decently smooth. To last until the end. Maybe the rain is a bit increasing now. See more spray coming from Comas in the Nissan. Possible 12 seconds to catch Tom Christensen with the BMW. Mercedes CLK of Bergschneider, not really quick, if I remember correctly names. Seconds to catch Christensen, but with no more tires to battle, I think, as well for him. He's also involved into a set of overlapped cars. It's very slow. Christensen.
Yellow flag in sector 2. Yellow flag in sector 2.
Passable. Let's see. There is also Dodi with the WR in difficulties. Could be quite a P5 if they are so slow to the end. My car starts to slide here and there. Would be anyway the worst result for a Toyota GT1 if you raced just 3 races despite being so famous. Suleiman 98 and 99. And the 1000 kilometers of the Fuji 99. Using tires. So at least 2 times on the podium the car went, second at Le Mans and second at the 1000 kilometers of Fuji. Collard impossible to catch. Not in 3 minutes. 3 minutes would be 2 or 3 laps, not more. We must also try to not get a puncture. I think we did the maximum we could given the situation. The car is not heading good.
Tires wheeling. Tires wheeling. Take it easy.
So we will just roll to the end. 10 seconds on Christensen could give us a bit of buffer to drive slowly. Not scratching tires. Because now we are in the condition of the others, with no more grip. And no more material to use for grip. At least 2 times the GT1 went on the podium. It was close to win Le Mans in 99, 98, don't remember. Seconds to finish the race, hopefully just this lap. Sorry, lost. I was watching the classification. Now there will be one more lap because O'Connell passed before the end of the race, so at least we finish one lap down. It's not a drama, but it's not a drama. But we have to finish. O'Connell was slightly behind us. No, but Christensen has 2 laps, so there was our Toyota, O'Connell, the leader with the penalty, then Christensen. So Christensen finishes 2 laps down, as 1 lap down. This is O'Connell. So sorry for the Toyota Team Europe that developed this monster. They say 2 points, if I heard correctly. But a P5 in our theme will be 20, 15, 12, 10, 8 points.
Okay, slow the car down.
So we get quite a debacle from a performance point of view, meaning that in the first 4 positions, just LMP cars, so open cockpit barchettas, we were the only GT1 car sneaking inside, because even the Nissan R390 of Brandel Muller Taylor was just P11. I just remember that points are 20, 15, 12, 10, 8, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1, because with different themes I was experimenting about things, just to create a sort of perfect formula for our channel for future things I'm preparing. So we read the classification as it is. LMP1 with Mr. O'Connell with the Penance Roadster, maybe first win this year with this theme if I'm not wrong. Monsieur Tinso with the Lola B9810, Johansson Smith with the Reynard 2KQ, Emmanuel Collard with the Cadillac LMP00, Az with the Toyota GT1, Tom Christensen BMW V12, Eric Comas Nissan R391 or 391, Monsieur Dodi with the WR LMP Peugeot, very liked, very powerful enough, Mr. Gossens with the Courage C51, last point for the great Michele Alboreto with the Team Yost Audi R8R. Looking at other GTs, we had Schneider Weber encountered many times, I must say. Then what? A yellow with the Porsche, yes, passed a couple of times. The McLaren of O'Rourke Sugden 16. The first GT2 is the Saline, then the Corvette, so the big engines today for GT2 cars made the difference, also with Faber Ferté Martini with the Sard MC8R, P3 for GT2 class. Nonetheless, the GT1 Lotus Elise and GT1 Penos GTR1, the other O'Connell and the Letra Girois, were beaten by Saline and Corvette. Sard, Porsche, Chrysler, okay, not arrived to the end. Monsieur Claire Ricot with the Courage C52, the one we have seen stopped on track at a certain point after 2 laps. The Riley and Scott of Eric Comas after 52 laps. That was the grey Comas appearing on the top right part of the screen. The GT2 Real Dodge Viper RT10 last with Arnaud Bala Bell. Then Eric Van de Pole did just 2 laps more with the Ferrari 333 SP. Then Said Stuck with the BMW M3, Ferte Krosnov Martini with the other side, Draw Erdos Oiser with the Marcos, Philip Gash with the Viper GTS, and Hauptreis with the Porsche 911. Good, so from the current classification after 1 hour and 40 of real race, real consumption, real everything, if you race on the concrete of Cleveland, just remember to change a bit eventually the tire multiplier consumption or accept to do many stops. But first 4 positions for LMP cars, WSC, then we were the only GT prototype car to do something different, also because Brandel, Müller, Taylor against Alboreto, maybe here we don't have the gap, but they were not so close to beat them. Good. So all the classifications seen once more on screen, that with this level of points becomes this one. So with half of the championship, the theme raced, it's everything absolutely open. Some tracks, after I've changed my computer, are not working anymore, so you see 19 possible episodes, but some tracks will be put at the end, and I will count close to the end the real tracks still working, because maybe there's something between Windows 11 and Windows 10 that is not allowing this game possibly to read all the tracks I had in my mind. Thank you very much for watching. I hope it has been at least a bit entertaining to see the monster you have selected, and apart from this, I hope to find you on iKeysRacing as soon as possible. You will decide which car will be driven in the episode number 11. I will write in the poll community area what you can choose, because the closer to the end, the less, let me say, opportunities and choices left. But nonetheless, it will be always a pleasure to drive for you what you choose mainly. So again, thank you very much. Arigato for Japanese watchers and friends. Merci beaucoup. Spasiba. Dankeschön. Obrigado. Y muchas gracias. Grazie and thank you very much again. Remember, please, to stay into keen racing, and see you very soon here. Bye bye, stay very well, best wishes to you all. Ciao, thank you very much for watching. Bye bye.